Hey everyone. Yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of a review of something or an overview of something that I used to have as a kid. It's been reissued thanks to, I believe, let me see if I can find the maker on here. Fun by Basic Fun. It's been reissued by Basic Fun. This is something that I used to have as a kid. And, I talk about how my older sister had a Game Boy and basically was the first in our family to have a portable game system. Well, I actually had a portable game system before her, and that just happened to be electronic football. Now, again, like I said, this was reissued by Basic Fun. I think this they call themselves Basic Fun. Hold on for a second. Get the light on here. Yeah, by Basic Fun, and you can find them at basicfun.com. Basically, it's the same packaging. You can tell they kind of just it's kind of like what you see with Transformers and all that, and all these reissuings of figures. It's basically a repackaging of the original system, but it's basically revamped. It's like when you get a Transformer figure. I've had several of them to where the Transformer figure is basically a reissue. It's the same figure, but it's a reissue, a commemorative reissue of that same figure. And sometimes you might notice little changes here and there, like with the Power Master Optimus Prime with the Apex armor. People notice that it's die cast, not plastic, and that the smokestacks are smaller, not the way they are in the original, which I do now have again. I have the original, that is. But yeah, a lot of that's basically what this is. It's basically a repackaging, a reissuing of the system. This system did come out in the 70s, basically. I don't know if it was by Basic Fun. Basic Fun is according to this, they are a division of Bridge Direct Incorporated. Basic Fun is a division of Bridge Direct Incorporated. And like I said, I used to have this game as a kid. I don't know what happened to it. I can only assume it. I think, being a kid, I think it may have got broken or something. But something happened. I think it either got broken, or what happened is it either got wet, it got broken, or the batteries had been, or I hadn't played it for a while or something as a kid. And you know how the batteries get after you don't play them, after you don't play something that they're in for a while. Like if you don't take the batteries out and you leave them in something that you haven't played in a while, usually they become corroded, they leak or something. They just basically become old to the point you have to throw them out, and then you have to put other batteries in there just to test to see if the machine still works. And thankfully, and sometimes the machine does. Unfortunately, with this, when I had it back as a kid, it did not. It did not work anymore. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't know if it got wet. So, like I said, it came out in the 70s. So I don't know if my parents had it in the 70s, if my oldest sister had it, my second oldest sister, or my dad. I don't really know. I knew I had it because it came out. It was still around in the 80s, so I think we had it back in the 80s. They say the 70s, so basically it was a 70s 80s game toy. It's like what James Wolfe says um, in his Angry Video Game episode about Tiger Electronics. Tiger Electronics, when they did the portable stuff, you know, the portable gamings, that just would, they were just basic games. And that's basically where companies like, I don't know if Tiger was in charge of this one or not, but where other companies were like, you know what, let's, you know, let's let's bring out our own portable stuff, and that's what they did in the 70s and 80s with these kind of games. True, they may not have been graphically, if you want to put it that way, on the same level as the Tiger Electronic handheld, Tiger Electronic handheld, but they were still entertaining. You just basically had to use your imagination. Now, let's pull it out here, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. If I can pull it out, I should know how to pack it in. There we go. Pull it out there. I don't remember it having this much packaging as a kid. In fact, I can't, I was a kid, like I said, so I don't really remember much about it. Package is empty. Probably put it back in there in a little bit. Look, they taped this up, didn't they? Trying to get it so I can slide it out. And I did get this at my job, so you can probably find this at a Walmart or a Target or a Toys R Us. Like I said, you can find this at a Walmart or a Target or a Toys R Us, and you should find it about the price I got. I think I got it for $14.99 or something. So there it is. It does come with instructions in case you don't know how to play it. It does come with instructions right here. Oh, it was Mattel. Mattel brought it out. That's why it looked okay. That's why it looked familiar. Mattel brought this out basically in the 1970s and 80s. So that's what I was trying to think. So yeah, Mattel. In case you don't know, Mattel also did other things as well. In fact, Irate Gamer mentioned this in his history of video games. They started doing this, and when these became a success for them, they decided to dabble further into the video game market. Thus, we had the Intellivision when we got it. We got the Intellivision when we had it, but it was all thanks to stuff like this. Now, again, you do have instructions with it. Like I said, you do get instructions that come with it, and they do explain how to play the game if you haven't played it in a while. It says ST will. It says press the ST key. It will show down field position yards to go for the first down. It also sets up the field for the next play. SC, press the SC key. It will show the home team score, time remaining in the quarter, and the visitor team score. Like the ST key, it also sets up the field for the next play. Press the K key. A kick may be used only on fourth down. When you kick, the game will automatically decide whether to punt or to make a field goal. If you're less than 30 yards from the end zone, you will kick the field goal. You will kick for a field goal. If it's more than 30 yards, it'll be a punt. And then it shows you the arrows and stuff right there. So, yeah, these were basically very popular back in the day. And again, like I said, I remember playing this for hours as a kid. We would go on long drives, sometimes to Lake Comanche and what's this? This is for the. This is just to show you the. It'll come with a little tab like that. It's basically for the screwdriver, so you can unlock the battery and stuff. So you can take that out, keep that as well. This is what I do. I keep the boxes. I put everything back the way they were, so that if anything happens, I don't have to lose it. Now, the way you start this up, well, all you have to do is just press a button. Think. There we go. Lights up just like that. Now, they said that the difference with this is it's got improved sound. So basically, it's got sound in there that I don't think it originally had during its original release. Now, yeah, that's the sound that came out of it. It basically, you got to use your imagination on this, and it does become addicting because it does keep you entertained. Now, basically, I don't know if you could see it very well, but basically what you do, as I was mentioning, you set up here. This should show you. Yeah, 0 yards to go. Okay. Now you could do 2-player apparently, I think. And like I said, it becomes very addicting, basically. But what you do, it's kind of like just mashing buttons. It's just like that. So it's it gets a little complicated at times. It does have an off switch in the middle, which is right there. You have an off switch. So if you want to turn it off, save batteries, you can. I don't know why anybody turned it on. I guess to try me and all that. And you can actually raise the volume with the sound button right here. See? And like I said, it becomes very addicting. You saw it got a little silent there for a second. And it's like I said, it's a very addicting game. So yeah, it's a fun little game. I got it for I think about $14.99 at my job, discounted. You probably if you have a discount at a job that sells it, you probably get it for less. But it's really worth having, especially you just want to keep. Let's say you're at an airport or something, you just want something to keep you busy. You don't want to, you don't want to. And that's the bird in the. I don't know why it's noising off now, but again, if you don't want to, take something like let's say your 3DS or something like that, or your three or your your DS or your 3DS or your 2DS or your 3DS XL or your PS Vita or your Kindle or anything like that. If you don't want to drag them out or even bring them out or whatever, this is a pretty good option because, again, it's basically like a strategy game. It's basically like you use your imagination and you pretty much have some fun, and you pretty much can have fun with it no matter what. And it even gives you the instructions on the back as well. So, and they did have other games for this. I think they do reissued other games as well. Let me put it back in its packaging here. They did reissue other games as well for it. They did. Obviously, they've reissued other games as well. So, if you're a fan of football, you got football here. If you're a fan of basketball, I think they've reissued that as well. Oops, that's the wrong way. What am I doing? Like I said, I think no. Wait a minute, it's the right way. Is get back in there. There you go. Like I said, they obviously if they've reissued this, they've reissued other ones as well. So if you're a fan of football, you just want something simple, like for yourself or even for your kids, I would recommend buying this. Honestly, I would because it's definitely worth getting. $14.99, maybe even less wherever you shop is definitely worth the price. So that's all I'm going to say though for my overview review of the electronic football portable game. Definitely check it out. Definitely look it up if you want more information. But it's definitely worth getting, and it is a fun game. Definitely for like long trips or whatever. So, and again, it's inexpensive. It's about, depending on where you go, about $15. So definitely get your hands on it. I do recommend it, and I'm talking from personal experience as a kid and now. It's really fun to get. And when I saw this, honestly, folks, I was happy to see that they're bringing this kind of stuff back. So Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.